welcome back. I accidentally just smacked the wrong fucking button, so that screwed it all up. That kind of sucks. I'll have to actually edit that one. Or I can just leave it like that without a beginning, so who cares? We are playing Out of Ore 2. Out of Ore 2, wow, because I've been playing uh, Euro Truck Simulator 2. Playing Out of Ore, there is no 2, it's the first one. And if a bear shits in the woods and there's no one around, does anybody hear it? All right, we're building an underground factory, completely underground. There is no above ground. Uh, yeah, we have just a little tiny hole in the ground, like Alice in Wonderland. We drop on in. Actually, it would have been cool if I could have had a tree next to it, but the original hole actually collapsed a little bit and kind of screwed me. So the only light down here is my truck that, oops, I kind of left broken in a hole there. So let's fish that back out and try and get this back on the ground. But yeah, I'm trying to keep everything hidden down here below ground as if it's some kind of like secret military base or something along those lines. It has actually made it quite a bit more challenging to be in the ground. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's just lack a lot of space for building and have to make a lot of space before you can do things, as to where when you're above ground, you don't got to worry about that shit. So let's go back down and continue clearing where we were. Try not to be blinded by all this light with the cameras. Most of this should just fall in the hoppers and be delivered up above on its own. I'm pretty sure some of that actually just went past and went into the storage. So I do almost kind of want to build a wall over here, just like a short handrail, so I don't have to worry about driving into the uh, railing section over here. I mean, I could put dirt there, but then I'm gonna keep digging up the dirt on accident. So let's do, actually I think factory was right. No, buildings. And it's probably under steel. We got steel railing, but no slants. Damn, that's what I was hoping for, is slanted steel railings. Workbenches is not what I'm looking for. Just checking all the little sections here. So I do not want to be wasting money on concrete. I would rather use wood for the walls. And this is what I was looking for. And if it's on, I don't know if it matters which side it's on, as long as I'm on the right side. So we're gonna do 10 of these and 10 of these. I didn't sound so sure because I really don't know. Oh damn. That's at a totally different slope than... Okay, that totally sucks. I'm not happy with the way that one was gonna come out. So we're gonna sell that back. Not all of it, but the angled stuff, because that's just gonna look stupid. And we will come back to buy some walls and just come down. And what I actually think is I kind of want to use mesh. Mostly because then I can still see the belt and at least know if it is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Crap, I need to sell some of that back to be able to afford that. Yep. And now it changed slots on me. So we got some mesh walls. Should be able to turn on grid. and have it. I thought it was gonna follow the wall. Let me get, dang it, or the ramp, I mean. Interesting. So it'll build along that, and it'll build along that. Hey, I just figured out a way to cheat. So obviously I don't necessarily need the wall all the way up here, but in order to build all the way down there, I'm having to start up here because it wasn't letting me place along the concrete the way I wanted. But this is working out exactly the way I'd hoped now. And that actually, it's not pretty, but it does exactly what I needed and wanted it to do. Keeps me from falling in. So, from there now, we can continue on. And that's what I meant. I can still see. I mean, I guess technically if the wall wasn't that tall, I'd still be able to see even if it was solid, but not a big deal. I'll be making money in troves here shortly as I start digging some more. Even though this is primarily coal, so I'm storing it and not selling it. Some of that pay dirt is being sold. Alright, and since I kept falling in the ground, we're gonna back up a little bit here. Trying to make sure I don't teleport all the way up to the top again. And we're gonna continue working on the ramp. Well, it's not placing, so we will come back over here and grab this, give a couple more scoops, and continue on our way. Not sure what that jiggle is about, but I'm gonna assume it did not like something I was doing. Alright, let's dump and then jump out again. Continue on with the ramp. Damn, I accidentally placed another one in the ground. I don't know if it'll pick it up. I don't know how far I placed it. I thought it did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Hard to tell. A lot of my bar is hidden behind my steering wheel and stuff like that, so I can't see it all the time. That's why you guys keep seeing me lean up like that. I'm trying to peek over my tablets and all that nonsense so that I can see where I'm placing. Alright, I do, however, need some more money to buy some steel walling. So let's see what we got in storage here, pay dirt wise. And over here, this is just all the shit that keeps escaping through the floor and going into there. I don't know what I'm gonna do to stop that, but we'll come up here and we're gonna drop bolt the coal and oop, not the dirt. We want the dirt. Pay dirt, iron. No, we're gonna hold on to the iron just because I don't want it to disappear. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen to it. The pay dirt will at least separate properly and end up over here. Damn, I was hoping I'd be able to see it, but I guess I can't. Can I? Nah. You still can't duck in this game. Oh, here we go. That's what I actually wanted to access because I need to sell some of that and get some fundage. So we're gonna sell copper, silicon, rubies, diamonds, and gold, and iron. So that gives us, we're back up to $196,000, almost 197. So I should be able to buy another like 20 of these to do exactly what I had just done at that last one. Um, put it in the dirt spot. We really don't need the dirt currently. I just need it for when I'm trying to fill in my fuck ups and stuff. Um, and from here, kind of want to continue on the gate just to keep me from falling over. So I do like that. Let's pick up that one. So we're gonna go 2 before we go down instead of 1. I like the way that looks better. So this one technically would go like that and like that, and then pick those up. Yeah, I have no OCD tendencies whatsoever. None. And that was definitely sarcasm. Um, I can't do anything without following patterns and bullshit like that. I still think one of the best jokes I ever heard, um, it wasn't really a joke, I guess. It was someone making fun of someone that was OCD. And they were talking about, um, like, sexual things. Trying to think of exactly how the conversation was going, but they were talking about how someone with OCD gives like a head or something like that, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like how does someone with OCD do stuff like that? Did they actually like gotta count how many pumps they're doing and shit? And they were making fun of some chick though for I don't remember what her answer was to it or if she just got mad. I guess that AI chatbot's a little more realistic than I want to think sometimes because it definitely gets mad all the fucking time at me for talking sexual and stupid crap. Crap. Trying to get the ceiling. There we go. I need to clear it. The material that I'm digging into looks to have changed. It does not look like coal anymore. It's bigger chunks. So I'm not sure if it's blasted. I don't have any kind of an analyzer, I don't think. I can make one or buy one, I believe. What happens if I type in anal? There we go, it comes up. Oh, it's only $64? Man, I should have had this a long time ago. We're gonna analyze this ground here. Oh, it's copper and coal. and pay dirt. And that's iron over there. More copper. Oh, it's mixed. Okay. Interesting. Just gonna run around gunning stuff. But I am also realizing now that I'm gonna need to also put this stupid little fence thing over here. Obviously, it's not as important in some places, so I might take it down, but there's definitely some spots where I can drive off into. Um, I guess we'll wait until it becomes a problem. Right now, it's not so much a me problem. Why? Okay, there we go. I was like, why is it not digging? I still have not reached solid rock. Once you get to a certain depth, it used to become solid rock only. I don't know if they changed that, because last time I don't remember coming across like random deposits of iron ore and copper like that. I was separating it out of solid rock for sure, but alright, I think I've run out of ramp because I'm starting to struggle. And definitely got to clear more ceiling. I don't know if I'm better off doing the old like cobra head where I keep the bucket like dumping infinitely once I actually get it to dig. Come on, stop being a twat. What the actual fuck? Is it gonna let me dig? Now it's kinda, yeah. There we go. Just trying to get this freaking ceiling down so that I can fit. Ah! No! Alright. Still saved some of my load, but I definitely lost most of it when I tipped. The terraforming is taking longer now as I'm building, so I guess that answers that. As the base gets bigger, it's gonna take longer and longer to save and lock the terraforming. Come on. There we go. I feel like this ceiling is not going away. I just keep digging out more and more and more. There's that. I do need to put some more ramp in. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, figure out which piece I was on. That one. And then, where's my wood block? I need that to be able to place the next ramp piece. There we go. I was like, it's gonna fight me. Here we go. Definitely gonna start needing the mesh on the side now, on this side as well, because there's no factory stuff to keep me upright. But let's place some more of these. So we went 2 and then down. 2 above the ground, so that's enough. So now we can actually start this here. Not too bad. Let's get some more steel mesh. And we need, I don't know, we'll say another 20 of them. Alrighty. The camera definitely seems to be okay from above, so we'll just keep that going. So the other thing I want to check though is if this stuff is sorting properly. I think I'm dropping the copper in there, to be honest. I don't think that was a sort. I think both of those are, because I haven't, yeah, because I haven't gotten any gravel yet, and gravel is what comes this way. So everything else should be in here. Yeah, no, where does iron go? And copper? Hmm. Does it not separate it properly because it's not I'm confused. Is that what the wash plant is for, maybe? What separates iron, reduction, and copper? So that makes froth floater. Yeah, that one's supposed to separate the iron and the copper, but it's supposed to come from gravel. Coal screen should push everything else out. The high temp takes any ore or any material, so it would take iron and put it back out probably. So that's one thing that I'm missing, I believe. And I'm wondering if that should be before the sluice table, maybe? What else do we got? The shaker screen says anything out. So the shaker should be spitting the iron out the bottom, is what it's saying. And then moving it over to the slusher, I believe. Slusher, whatever. I can't get over there. I'm gonna blow a hole through here. Excuse me, dynamite. There you are. I thought I still had the detonator up there, but apparently not. I need to clear under here as well. Alright. So now, when it comes from the conveyor system, it is coming from, oops, hit the wrong button. The coal screen goes into, oh, it goes into a trommel. It's not going into the shaker. What's after the trommel? Is that the shaker? Here's the shaker screen. So the shaker's spitting it out. Is that what all this shit is? Is it's been spitting it out under? Where is the dump on the shaker? We're learning. Slowly, but we're learning. So the shaker dump looks like it's out the back again. Yeah, underneath. So if that's the case, it would be somewhere around here. So we need to jump over here, come under here, and we need some more dynamite. Explosives? Do another, maybe not 50, we'll do 20, just because I'm broke. And we're gonna, yeah, see what we get from just a random placement. Because for most part, I just need to get over there. We'll figure out the belting stuff in a minute. A sluicer. Is this the shaker? Nope, that's the trommel. So we need that one. Hi! That's what I was missing. Alright, so then from here. Hey, look at that. A block that I accidentally placed underneath. Alright, so then from here, we can finish clearing this out. And if I had to guess, just a guess, this, what do we want to do with this though? Because it's got to go into something that's going to store it. Yeah, I think. So we need another storage over here. So coming out of this thingy, we need a right. Luckily, I'm still holding on to some. And we can use grid or snap, I believe. Actually, snap worked better. It went right to where it was supposed to go, as where grid tried to fight me there. You bet I don't fit, though, to put it. There we go. Snap it in place. And we can have another straight. Do we put a straight 6? Will that reach? Oh, we're gonna hit. And I'm too OCD to let it hit. So we're gonna do. I am hitting all the wrong buttons. Conveyors. And we want a down now. Hey, I don't know that I've ever really used a down. So we're gonna do a down 8x4. Put that there, sweet, alright. And now it's gonna go just underneath this conveyor. And I need another storage. Oops. Storage. Does this have an in? No. Okay, so that's just a manual storage. This is a conveyor storage. That's what I wanted to make sure. So now conveyor storage, when snapped, damn it, has a little bump that collides, which I can't allow. So I need a 2 meter. You know what? Are these all the same price? If I do straight, no, they're not. Should I just use the 6 or buy a 2? We'll buy a 2 because I'm probably gonna need that 6 still. So now put a 2 in and then put the storage. So now, if I am correct, and I very rarely am, do I have any iron in my inventory? Copper. Let's try this again. The stuff that I dig out of the ground, trying to get it to come out the bottom of that sorter. So now that should take a hot minute to get all the way up. Dump into that thing, come around. Should have some stuff that comes through the trommel. I'm hoping. I didn't really check the material I was digging. Hey! Alright. And what's it catching? Copper? That's something. I don't even know if I got iron, but so we're catching copper. What all? Okay, so we need to do more reading. Production. And the shaker screen. Oh, okay. So it'll catch just about anything. It does diamond. So technically I don't even need the sluice thing, but the sluice thing, because it now has water, can produce more than I think this thing. But this will also get it from blasted rock, I believe. I guess we're gonna keep figuring this out as we go. But what else dumps out the bottom, I guess, is the next question. So that I'm not wasting more shit. Because we're catching the shit out the trommel's bottom. That's one. And we're catching the shit out of the bottom of the shaker now. This looks like it's gonna have shit that comes out the bottom. So I don't know if we should be having. I mean, I guess that's if I wanted to further sort. I don't really need to further sort. I just need to make sure I'm not throwing it all on the ground. Don't have an oil pump. The wash plant has an in, but I think the wash plant is a sluice box, essentially. They look the same, to be honest. And they do the same things, it looks like. Oh, this one, wash plant lets out dirt and oh, the sluice box holds the shit and throws out the dirt, and that's what I'm using it for to sell it. The water or the wash plant lets it all pass, so then you'd have to either catch it or process it or do something. Okay, easy enough. Now, what else do we got? This one is supposed to catch iron and all that stuff out of the top if I'm doing gravel. I have not gotten any gravel yet. I also don't have water going in the bottom, so I might have to do another splitter to get water to go over to that. But I believe that is our entire machine. I don't see anything else that I'm using. So, all right. It is getting dangerously close to the time for my wife to be getting off of work, and I don't like to be streaming and stuff when she is, because then I have to cut y'all off and cut you short. So I think I am going to stop streaming for the night. I've been recording and streaming for quite a while now. Um, yeah, so if you're watching from the stream, thank you for joining. Y'all are the real MVPs. If you're watching from YouTube land, until next time, peace. If you liked today's episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it goes a long way to helping the channel to grow. Thank you.